Hey yo, world, Mwalim ByDaway representing AZ Music. Right out here in Chilanga, Lusaka, Zambia. We're about to put Chilanga on the map. Stay tuned to 038 Unplugged. Well, technically, I have so many forms of inspiration as an artist, but I would outline the topmost factor being the power which music has. I mean, it's very understated simply because all we see in our generations is boys with pants hanging below their waist or girls with lace clothing, but you've already seen how powerful those virtues are. Women are wearing less material in their bodies and they want us to call them modest, but that's not what I'm about to talk about. I'm just emphasizing on the fact that music is a powerful tool, and I just want to be a part of that bracket of people who aim to use it constructively. To borrow the immortal words of one of the people I look up to, Israel. Shout out to you, big man. I want to do what for those people what certain people never did for me. So basically that's what I'm aiming to do. I'm aiming to create opportunity for people who do not have opportunity, and not just speaking in terms of the music aspect. Life as a whole. If you know a kid don't need school fees, I'll make myself available. I'm not the Bill Gates of finances, but I'm definitely be the Bill Gates of talking, so that somebody's going to hear something.
Your love for me has made me grow, though I'm a bad seed. I bleed on my knees, forgive my bad deeds, cause I'm a first for your word, Lord, use me.
I would say that one's unanimous. My woman is probably going to be upset with me about this one, but sorry babe, it's my mom. She is tough as nails. Basically the toughest person I have ever met. And this is coming from a person with a rugby background, so trust me, I know tough when I see tough. And that woman is as tough as nails. She's not in the music sector. She just retired from education, 30+ teaching career. And yeah, basically she's my biggest inspiration. Artist, okay, I'm basically going to do what everybody does. I am going to first give credit to our very own local artists before I decide to jump borders, because most people just rush to jump in borders. So I would say my top 2 artists in Zambia today, right now, probably for the last 10 years. I don't know about you, but not in any particular order. I would say number 1 is
I'm not clever for being
the
alive.
man is lyrical
I want people to see you when they
genius. He
hear me
knows his
screaming
way
glory.
around
If I
in
don't raise him, he'll raise all the
song.
stars to do it for me. To God be the glory.
Give
That's a
homage
rap
to
to
him.
end my story.
And I would say the second artist is Critic. Yeah, you know, Critic is a mad genius with his vocals, his delivery, his bars, everything. I appreciate him as an artist, and yeah, he's a big deal. Then producers, local producers, I would say I give credit and a lot of respect to producers like Mag 44. The man has a reputation which basically puts most producers in not an amateurish bracket, but definitely makes the sound subpar. And so yeah, he knows his stuff. And the other person I would probably name KB, the Killer Beats himself. So yeah, 2 artists Z, 2 artists producers. So jumping borders, I would say growing up in the 90s, it's almost inevitable that Slim Shady is definitely going to be found on this list. The GOAT, if you ask me, Eminem himself. And another person I would mention is probably not on so many people's list. and to some extent, it often surprises me that he would even find himself on this list as well. I would say international alongside Eminem, I would go Mwalim. No, he just does it. Current favorite song? Okay. I would say the song I've been vibing to for a while now is probably Tabel. Yeah, that song has been playing, banging in my headsets, morning, afternoon, and night. Even when I'm tainted as I leave to blaspheme thee, my evil deeds took me further away from you, Lord. If you wanted, I wouldn't exist anymore. Well, for a long time in my music career, I never really felt like I was creating good music. I struggled to break out of that shit. I just got a lot of help from my woman and met with money, These two probably inspired me the most to actually become a fan of my own sound. Because imagine going to the studio, breaking a sweat even sometimes, and not really being a fan of your own sound when everybody else is vibing. So I just recently became accustomed to liking my music. So I would say my a project I would term and grade and rate under my own judgment as a masterpiece is a song I recently did called Controller. Simply because the song basically encompasses everything I believe in as an artist. I had fun recording it. All the vocals in the song were delivered on point according to my judgment. Don't really give a what everybody else says, but yeah, I love the song. I vibe to the song, I dance to the song. When we drop it, hopefully people will enjoy it as much as I do. So yeah, Mwalim by ByDaway.
For sometimes I really thought I'd never see tomorrow, running from police, not knowing if I'm about to die or not. I'm not clever for being alive, Lord, you deem me worthy. I want people to see you.
Technically, I have a very different approach when it comes to competition. Competition is very healthy in our industry, but I feel like I take it much more differently than the next artist you will find and ask the same question. Because most people try to outdo their competition. I won't try, just do it. Judging from how I've been vibing to a whole host of different artists and the energies they bring out on the song, I think if I had an opportunity and just pick and choose who I wanted to work with, I would probably pick get a rasta Jack the Fizzle, because I'm a fan of the guy. His energy on the song is great. His delivery is on point. I wouldn't have it any other way. So Jack the Fizzle, if you're watching this, holla at your boy, fam. In 5 years' time, that used to be the dreaded question we used to get asked like a couple years after finishing high school. So in the next 5 years as an artist, I feel like if I would have it my way, I would want to be in a position where the mere thought of collaborating with an international artist shouldn't really be a pipe dream. It should basically be me texting or calling my manager to call, text the other person's manager so we can organize something. It should be that simple, that flawless, and that fruitful basically, because music is a business, but music is a venture that requires two entities to connect. So basically, I just want to be in a position where I should be the international artist, somebody else should be yearning to work with. That's what it do. Mwalim, by the way, though, signing out. This has been 038 Unplugged with my boy Jill Horton. Catch me on the flip side of the next video, where we'll probably be talking about other aspects of music. And,
Never will I ever forsake the love that you showed. That was the old me.